All right, and welcome to part two of our making of the QAV 250. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be going from 2D over to 3D and then creating a 3D model which we can print. So we're going to have to go back into our AutoCAD software. So you may have recognized this from last time. This is the object that we made. So if you want to see how to make this, be sure to go and see the video that we released before this one. So the one that came out on Monday. Now, before we get started, we're going to need another piece of software. Comes from the same people. It's called Autodesk Inventor. I'm going to have a link in. I'm going to leave a link to it in the description down below. It's going to be the same process, so same account, same everything, with the student edition because we are students. So once you have that installed and you get it open, we're going to want to go to our tab which says Part. So we're going to want to make a part. So just click on Part. And it's going to load up here in a second. And you're going to also want to have AutoCAD open at the same time because you're going to see what we're going to do. If your computer can't run AutoCAD and Inventor at the same time, you can just copy these. So just go like, okay, select all of it and then hit Control-C and then we'll Control-V it later. So, but for right now, I'm just going to do the main plate and then I'm going to make our top plate. So we're just going to select our main plate here, hit Control-C. Go over here, start a 2D sketch. And you're going to see this plane. This is the XY plane. This is going to be our standard plane. So then just hit Control-V, and we're just going to plop that in there just like that. And it's going to load up for a second. Okay, so now there is our drawing. You're going to notice it looks a wee bit flat. So we're going to finish our sketch, and then we're going to go up here to the Extrude Tool. Now, we're going to want to extrude this. Personally, I'm going to go for about 5 millimeters on this one. Not 5 inches, 5 millimeters. Yeah, I think that I'm gonna go for 6 actually because it's gonna need a little bit more strength. So 6 millimeters should be good enough. Now you may be like, well, what about 3 millimeters? Well, you're gonna get bendy. So here is our main plate. Now you could keep it like this, but what I like to do is that I like to go for about 7 or 8 millimeters. So we'll go for 8. Okay. Now you may be thinking, well, isn't this going to be a little bit too thick? Not really. You're going to watch what we're going to do. So we're going to go back up to our Modify tab up here, and we're going to select the Shell command. Now we're going to come down to the bottom here. We're going to select that, and then you're going to see that we have... I don't like doing 0.1 inches. I'm going to do about a 3 millimeter shell. So there we go. So now as you can see, now all of our... now we've got a reinforcement. So we've got like our main center plate right here, which is going to be just where all of our electronics mount. But and then at like the battery strap and all like our bolts and stuff like that, they're all reinforced. And then we also have a nice bumper around the whole thing that protects it from getting messed up. So there's our first part right there. So that's going to be our main frame. So now you're going to want to go back to the bottom left. Oh, guess you can't see this on screen, but there's going to be a thing that says My Home and Part 1. You're going to want to go back to My Home, make another part, and then we're going to copy over our second piece, which is going to be our top plate. Just going to hit Control-C, same thing, go to the XY plane, and paste that in there. There it is, finish the sketch, and personally I'm going to extrude this about 4 inches. I tend to, not 4 inches, 4 millimeters. I tend to have gravity-related incidents that tend to make me fall on my head. So, yeah, so that's how you get your parts together. We're going to go into more printing in a different episode. So thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to stay tuned next week for when we examine another frame, which is probably going to be the Alien 5-inch, and also go into more of a how to manufacture and how to get this into the software. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one, and